What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom. We put the real in reality or whatever. I'm your
We're
host,
late
Pharaoh.
again, girl. But
Girl, they'll be all right.
it was a happy Thanksgiving. Hope everyone did.
Pharaoh, we're Lee. Lee, how'd you like this
What?
episode?
We're talking about what? Who?
You, period.
I really liked the episode. No shade, a team that, I wouldn't mind leaving left. So hey, we're here.
So you were happy with the results?
I was happy with the results. I feel like the results should have taken place, I don't know, 3 rounds ago when we lost Liam and Yeremi, 2 rounds ago when we lost Andrea and Melanda, or maybe last round we lost Morgan and Lena. But at least we didn't lose any of our other faves before it happened.
Okay, period. I fucks with that too.
Girl, I was scared too because Todd Ashley was struggling this episode. I said, y'all
Why were they doing so bad?
They was stressing me out. I was like, no.
Can y'all stand up and please?
No.
There was a point Todd is driving and she's like, well, where do we need to go? He's like, no, you're gonna do the navigating. We don't have time for this. He's trying to teach her a lesson. Baby, we're racing. Like, oh my god, they were doing a lot for no reason. But if you're a visual learner, go to YouTube because it's on the motherfucking screen. So let's get into this episode. We start off and they were
in rankings is all over the place.
They was in Slovenia and they're leaving from the Slovenian bridge and they got to travel on foot to Congress Square. They gotta run, bitch. So they start running. I know that's right. It's Greg and John leaving first, and Todd and Ashley was right behind them. Thinking about this, Todd and Ashley left second.
Oh no!
What happened, babies?
I don't want to talk about it. They really need to get it together next episode because I'll be sad they're not one of the final teams.
The final 3,
especially because they've been in the top of the pack so long. But like they said at the end of the episode, everyone had their day in the back, bitch. This was their day in the back,
and that's it.
Now it's time to be
right back in the front.
Period.
The fuck?
So there's still one more team that can go, and then I'll be okay with top 5.
Demi, who? Say your name.
I won't name names.
Demi, we need to know. They need to know.
I think process elimination is there. Honestly, anybody can figure it out.
Okay. So it's a roadblock. Who can deliver the goods, Lee? You or I?
Deliver woodenware attached to a backpack, basically, and make some type of delivery. What is it? So you got this little wooden carrier thing that you put on your back.
Yeah, like a backpack.
And you just have to like match an example with all of this woodenware on it and just do that. I would do it. I can do this. Anything where it's like
because I don't want to.
like if it's anything with memory, detail, that's all you, baby. That's all you. If it's something very straightforward, this is very straightforward. I'm really good with matchy. Like later in the episode, there's this dragon thing. People were mentioning like how like Rob can build IKEA furniture without instructions, which is that's great. That's not me.
Oh.
But I am really good at seeing an example and replicating it.
Okay.
So like if I can see how something is put together, I can easily put it together myself. I'm a visual learner, bitch. So I could ate this up.
Ooh, thank God.
Ate this up. I definitely wouldn't have to go back.
Me personally. So I'm glad you're doing it. They have to recreate it and then take it to like the shop owner or whatever. Whatever. They gotta deliver it. So it's not a hard roadblock. I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if anybody had to like go back and redo it or mess up or anything. That would be crazy because this is like not a hard roadblock. But but we'll see what happens. So Todd and John, they go start doing the roadblock. And while they're doing the roadblock, Ashley and Greg are chatting and they're chit-chatting about Corey and Rob. And basically they're like, ooh, Corey and Rob need to take their time because they be coming out of nowhere. They was like, literally, we'll be sitting here and they won't be there, and then boom, they come out of nowhere. And it's like that's
really how they be.
Corey and Rob. Corey and Rob come out of fucking nowhere.
And they still have an express pass.
Yes, girl. So they're going into top 5 with an express pass that they're probably they said they're gonna use next round. So that means they should make it the top 4 just like that. Honestly,
that alone is crazy. Like I can say, like Greg and John, this is their 4th consecutive number 1. Like their competition is Rob and Corey. It
100%.
Really is, for real.
100%. because with Rob and Corey, I've always felt like they could make it to the finals. They've done good all the time. Stephen and Lee had a little hiccup, but baby, you could still tell that they're still those girls.
They really Stephen and Lee came back and showed the girls, bitch, we're fucking Stephen and Lee.
They're still those girls.
Texas.
So if I had to pick a top three, it would be Greg and John, Corey and Robin, Stephen and Lee. Because they just all have like very high highs. No one else's highs have been as high as their highs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, period. So we'll see how it goes. But they have this express pass. They plan on saving it this leg, using the next leg. Love that for them. So boom. They start putting the pieces together. And honestly, when I saw the pieces that they had to put on there, I was like, this is just the easiest shit ever. It's literally replicating it. It would be crazy if somebody wasn't able to do it. So anyways, and that's the thing, they literally started getting it done really fast. John is done very quickly. He goes to find the delivery person. He literally is delivering it just like that. It's easy for him. He's done. So they have to drive to Pit Fakamangana.
To where?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's a cave.
Pifkayama.
Pifkayama. It's a deep ass cave where the dragons live. Question mark. I was like, huh?
They have to descend into this cave and make their way 8 football fields to find the next clue.
That's already a lot.
I've never been in the cave before. That would have been fun.
With the stalactites and stalagmites. They kept saying that all episode. That's all y'all know about caves. Oh my God. But honestly, that's all I know about caves. Stalactites.
I didn't even know that.
And stalagmites.
What was that one movie? Remember that one movie we had watched?
The Descent.
Was it a cave? I don't remember. But like it was like weren't they like from the UK and they all fell into this hole?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
What is it? I don't know.
That was just a hole.
It was just a hole. Okay.
That's called The Hole. Check out The Hole. It's a very.
It really is just called The Hole?
It's called The Hole. It eats. It was like psychological. I thought you were talking about Descent. Descent is one where they're cave divers. It's a bunch of girls and they're literal cave divers. So they purposefully go into a cave. And then the cave start collapsing in, and then there's fucking aliens in there killing them.
Aliens?
It's like cave creatures.
Okay.
Great movie though. It's actually it's top 10 on the scariest movies list ever based on like your pulse and shit. They like read people's pulses and then so it's one of the scariest movies ever allegedly. I hate it because I have claustrophobia. So me being in this cave, I'm glad it was a big fat wide cave.
Yeah, it looked like it had been heavily explored, bitch. They had like a well-rounded little pathway to run.
Mm-hmm. Had a rope bridge or whatever the fuck. Like I was like, oh, good. Don't give me nothing new. That would be scary. So Joel and Greg pull up to the roadblock. This roadblock was so easy when I'm thinking about it. What the fuck? So Joel and Greg pull up, and Corey is already there. So it's like 4 teams there. The only teams that aren't there are Robin and Chelsea, and who else?
So Robin and Chelsea lost
because they were
they just departed last.
Yeah, they departed last. Robin and Chelsea and Stephen and Lee departed last. So everybody else is already there. They're already
of course Robin and Chelsea lost because they didn't have Greg and John.
What?
This is no shade, but like that's what I was saying. Like these last few rounds, instead of like, especially on these self-driving rounds, instead of like practicing navigation, they just been following Greg and John. And like at a time like this wouldn't be good.
That's true, especially when you don't have anybody to follow. Because the more you do it on your own, like self-drive and do directions, the more you can learn. You know, if you haven't been doing it for 4 legs, I don't know. I don't know. So, Steve and Lee end up passing Chelsea and Robin.
Oh my God.
Already. They literally already start passing.
They ate them up. Steve and Lee ate this leg up. They really got back in the groove of things.
They ate it up so bad. So Stephen and Lee passed them. They get to the roadblock. When they get to the roadblock, my thing is, I don't know how Chelsea got passed up like this, because everyone is finishing the roadblock except Stephen and Lee and Robin and Chelsea, right? They get there, and when they're there, it's literally like Chelsea is there. She's putting her shit together before. And then Anna Lee gets there, and Anna Lee has a diary room, and she's like, I'm going to do whatever I can to get in front of her. But I'm like, there's nothing you could do for this roadblock. It's literally just put it together
and then she did. What's crazy is that Chelsea was there longer because she was trying to like work out the details, get everything situated, and she still forgot something. How you always forget something and your shit break down on the way? It's like, damn, Chelsea, what the fuck were you doing? Oh my god, I was really shocked by Robin's reaction because I'm thinking like Robin's gonna be pissed.
Robin usually
but
is
I honestly really love Robin and Chelsea's energy this episode. It was really cute. That's how I hope we would act if we were losing. I know it's not.
I was like, we would have. Lee, if that was you, if Emma Lee passed you, I would be talking. You know how Robin was talking to the cameras? I'm just hoping she rounds the corner, Bill.
What would you be saying?
I would have been like, where the fuck is he at? Like, I don't know what he could be doing. Did he build a whole motherfucking house? Like, I'm very, very, very confused. But
but literally though, I would be the exact same way. Robin was way too calm. I would at least been like, oh. Like she was like, I mean,
taking a long time, isn't she? Like something.
Like she was real calm. But I feel like Chelsea definitely needed that in that moment.
Too calm. Maybe she didn't need it because they fucking lost. Maybe y'all should have been a little bit more.
Hey, I'm not gonna put a question mark on God for the period. They need to go home.
Well,
and they're out. Because if it wasn't him, it was gonna be Tyler Ashley. And I
my thing is Tyler Ashley was acting a fool. So honestly, like if they would have went home, I would have been like,
they had their moments. They had their moments.
That one time.
That one time.
That
one leg.
It's gone into top 5. You can't be playing like this.
They had to get out their system.
But my thing is, listen, if they're in last and Corey and Rob are in 4th and Corey and Rob are in 4th, that's not good for them because Corey and Rob are using an express pass. So really, Tyler Ashley are last bitch because the 4th place has an express pass.
Unless like next round is like an equalizer with the flights or something like that, which it could be because they should be going somewhere else.
That's true. They probably are going somewhere
else. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even say that in the preview. I can't remember, but we'll see, girl. I'm not counting my good sisters out.
Period. So Emily beats Chelsea at the Roadblock, gets there first, and Chelsea and Robin are the last ones there. Robin sitting there cheering her on, being a good sport. Couldn't be me. And everybody else is headed to
the cave.
The cave comes over. Boom. Love that for them.
So much.
What word?
Spelunking. It's so
That's what it's called when you go down.
Cave exploration. Spelunking. Such a weird
that doesn't even sound like it makes sense.
It doesn't. It sounds like gibberish.
It actually sounds like if anything, diving a little bit, like not cave diving, but like water diving. Spelunking. Yeah. What's the word to water dive?
Especially as a hobby.
Mm-hmm. I forgot the water dive word.
Snorkeling.
These are just made up words. Humans just make shit up. Do you know Shakespeare made up the word? Damn, I forgot. He made up a lot of words though. And it's crazy. And it's like, how is he just making shit up? But it's because everything is fucking just made up. I can make up a word right now. What the hell?
Ooh, so
it did, didn't it? So on the way to the cave, Tyler and Ashley get lost. Child. I don't know. And they're in the car. And Tyler's driving.
He called it a dad detour. A
dad detour. But my thing is, I'm not that mad at the dad because Todd is driving and he tells us, he's like, I'm driving and navigating and I got the map. So he has the hand on one wheel and he has the map on his right on the right hand. And I'm like, Ashley, what are you doing? And she's just in the back. Like, why are you a passenger princess and we're in a race? Like, what's happening?
She was enjoying the ride.
It's like we really need two heads. And it's like this whole episode, Ashley was just like being a passenger princess. She was just like, well, Todd, you got it. Todd, girl, if you don't help, what the fuck? So he made a dad detour. It was cute or whatever.
I feel like definitely though, like the self drives, like I was thinking, I just gotta stay in that right exit lane, bitch. I'm staying in the exit lane until I need to get over.
I'm thinking, I am not. In the left lane. I guess that's the passing lane.
Fuck. Guess I will be passing right along down the road. If I'm not in the exit lane, I'm gonna be in the lane right next to the exit. I just gotta figure out where my exit is at. And I'm staying in the area because, baby, if I see a sign that remotely look like we need to go, I'm slowing down. I will go.
It's better to exit early than exit late, bitch.
I will be, like I said, 2 miles per hour on this highway, bitch. Blow your horn. Call the police. Actually, I'm not going. Let me make sure. What does that say? Like, I can literally see myself just stopping because you ever done that before in the road, or like when it's like traffic and like the exit is so backed up that if you're trying to merge into it, you may literally have to stop.
Yeah, you just
Just
gonna
to get
pretend that's
that
what
would be
happened.
me.
It's gonna be you
I
gonna
will
cause a
stop.
whole.
And the thing, it wouldn't be an abrupt stop. I would be slowing down. Okay, what does that say? What does that say, Pharaoh? Hold on. To where I'm basically at 0. Like, no, I don't care. Fuck the rules of the road. Fuck all of that. Okay,
Oh
I'm
my
doing illegal U-turns,
God.
bitch. I'm doing.
Well, as long as we're not caught. Period.
And that's the real gag. Yeah, but
No,
bail me
because
out,
literally later in this episode, Anna Lee is like speeding damn near. She don't give a
girl. That will be me.
passing bitches up. I know that's right. So Todd and Ashley missed the exit, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is not gonna be too bad, but it literally is. It puts them from second place to 5th. They were in second, and then by the end of them getting caught up, they were in motherfucking 5th place. And like, damn. So we in the cave. Greg and John in the cave first. They get to the location, and it says you need to put together a motherfucking dragon. So it's a dragon example, and then you got to mimic the example with your 1,000 million puzzle pieces. This ain't hard. Just put it together. Really?
Yeah, I think I could have did this. It's similar to like I said earlier. Like you just have to follow the example. Once you kind of figure out a base, I think it really starts making sense.
What sucks about this leg, I feel, is that there wasn't a way you could really catch up. The first people to the dragon were going to get done first. All you're doing is copying the dragon, So I feel like this wasn't a catch up place unless you navigated better than somebody else. And Robin and Chelsea aren't good at navigating.
Detours was the way better catch up part, I feel.
Yeah, if you were able to make it there, which some people weren't.
Oh God.
So that's what sucks. I feel like that's what sucks.
I was really gagging because Greg and John get there, Rob and Corey, they get there, of course. And then, girl, we get to Todd and Ashley. They're like, okay, we right back on the right path. We finna hit the exit. We just hope, no one passed us, that we're still good. Steve and Lee didn't pass them. I'm gagged.
They done passed Joel and Garrett on the road. That was when Joel and Garrett was driving, and they were like, there goes Steve and Anna Lee right there. And Anna Lee is zooming past them. Like, damn. And then somebody stopped. Joel was driving and he's stalling. He's like, why are you stalling? Go. But it's like, y'all ain't got passed up by Steve and Anna Lee. One thing about Anna Lee, she's not slowing down. She's not going slow. She's always in a hurry, always in a rush. And that's how that happens them all the time. So everybody literally gets there. Basically. Except Robin and Chelsea.
Ooh, what happened?
And Ashley's mad, and she's like, I just feel like we're in last place and we're not doing good. And but my thing, Ashley, were you helping?
You're not gonna do my good sister Ashley.
This episode, I don't know if it was the way they edited it, but it was like, Ashley, what are you doing? I need you to do something. Because even when we get to the dragon, so everybody's doing the dragon, right? Greg and John have their little way. Really, you just gotta copy what's there. It's not that hard. Yeah. So everyone's doing it, and everyone's just trying to put it together. And you flash to Todd and Ashley, and Todd is like putting it together. And Ashley's just kind of sitting there, and she's like, well, I'm just gonna let him do it. Go get peace.
He said he works better at 2 minds. We don't, let him handle it.
You don't want the 2 minds clashing. What are you talking about?
She did do that.
Oh my God.
Look, if you got it, you got it. I don't know what you want me to tell you, baby.
That's true.
And then Robin and Chelsea, because they don't have their GPS, Greg and John, they passed right by the
they did this. The last time they didn't have Greg and John was when Andrea and Milena went home and they had to find the ferry. And they did the same thing when they were trying to find the ferry. They passed the ferry up. So it's like the last time you didn't use Greg and John, you did the same shit. So honestly, they just
and I understand about being positive because this time they're around, they're like, oh, we're not going to argue, we're not going to get mad, we're just going to enjoy the ride. I love that. I love the positivity in that. But I just felt like they were so both just complacent and being like lost.
Yeah.
Like once they went past the area, went to a whole wrong ass cave. They're like, this isn't the right area.
It's the wrong cave. Let's just go ask somebody. They
I'm
asked the
like,
person.
y'all
The
don't
person was
care.
like, no, that's the campsite, and they had passed the campsite, and it was like, oh well, it's back there. Guess we'll just go back. I'm like, oh,
Like, where's
y'all need to do it.
I felt that Robin and Chelsea was losing because it's not about getting mad and fighting each other. It's about urgency. And I remember with Liam and Yurimi, that's something they lacked every damn leg. It was like there's no sense of urgency. Every time we come to Robin and Chelsea, they didn't last. And it's like, well, is this great? Oh.
We're just having a good time. Okay, girl. My thing is, and that's what Anna Lee does great, because they were in last place, last leg. They were supposed to basically go home. But they didn't, because Anna Lee...
She gonna race like she in first, bitch. That's why she went for the express pass. In her mind.
She had the time. Anna Lee says, I'm going to do everything I can. I don't care if my dad is going to hunch over and fall over and pass out. We are going to get this shit done. So I think that's why Anna Lee and Steve are going to do good, because Anna Lee is just, she's on a move. She's on a mission, bitch. Mm-hmm. Honestly.
And that's something, that one would fuck us up, girl, because you know me. What? I'm like, bitch, I'd be over it real quick.
You do be over it.
I'd be over it. And maybe
if we ever caught it last, Lee gonna be like, well, we lost. He's gonna be like Anna Lee, but worse.
That's me. Well, Pharaoh, time to enjoy it. I'm be like, I'm really happy we did this together. I'm be so positive. Look at us in China.
My ass gonna try to manipulate it. I feel like I would be like, but you know, Robin and Chelsea suck. We could catch up.
What?
If it's somebody ahead of us that I feel like we can catch up to, I'll be like, I think we can catch up to them, though.
I'm like, sure.
Sure, Dan. Sure. I'll be like, let's run. I'm not running. We're literally in line. Why would I run to lose?
That's literally me. That's literally me. I would say that exact. Run for what?
Run for what? No, why would I run? We can catch up to somebody. If we catch up to somebody, it's going to be at a detour. So let's just get there. You're not running there. Period. Now, if we pop up to a detour and we see another team,
girl,
let's go.
As soon as they leave,
you think you could put this dragon together by yourself?
By myself?
I don't know why I said it. I just want to know.
Crazy. Maybe we could take different parts. Like I do the tail, you do the, you know.
The tail seemed easy. Can I do the tail?
Okay. Pussy bitch.
And you can do the rest. Oh my God. You taller than me, so you can put it up there. Whatever.
Just saying shit.
Just lying. Who finished the dragon? Oh, Greg and John finished the dragon. They get the clue. The clue is to drive to find a fish farm to get your next clue.
And I like that this was like an extra task that was actually something to do as well. Like they had to come here. Like they didn't just come to the cave to get a clue to go to the fish farm. They had to come to the cave, build a whole thing. Like we spent time here rather than just like going under an elephant 3 times or going to get this going here. Like I just like this. It had a lot of random tasks and things, and this was like, okay, I like this one.
I see that too. Right behind them is Corey and Rob. I forgot how well Corey and Rob were doing until they like kind of fucked up.
This is the first time I feel like I really saw them mess up this episode. Like they never really had a big mistake like this, and they still had express pass. So
and they still didn't even get 5th. They got 4th.
Didn't even have to use it.
Didn't have to use it. They still got 4th. They switched like that's why you know they them niggas. Like I'm sorry, like they eat a little bit. And Steve and Anna Lee in 3rd. And Joel and Garrett are in 4th. So everybody's finishing this roadblock, and everyone is headed to the fish farm, except Todd and Ashley, and then Robin and Chelsea not even there yet, bitch. So at the fish farm, it's a detour. You're gonna either scrape off or swap out.
I immediately thought scrape off, girl.
Me too.
We would have ate that up. We got first.
We got fucking first. Do you know how fucking simple? Well, depending on where we were at.
It depends. But
whatever place we were at, we would have probably got that. We could have passed the team. Like we could have passed Rob and Corey. If we were right behind Rob and Corey, like Steve and Anna Lee were, we could have passed Rob and Corey for sure.
Really? Right. I mean, you don't know. Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah, we would have. I was gonna ask you, do you think we would still be in the race right now?
Honestly, there was a period of time last time, and the reason why last season it was easy to pinpoint is because the challenge got to a point of where like I can't do this. I physically cannot do what they're making us do. Every single thing this season, I feel like it has been something that we are capable of doing. So I think it is a good chance we could have been. Like I'm not trying to, toot my own horn. But of course, like, and I'm also thinking if we were in the environment of actually being on there, of like preparing and stuff like that, I don't think it's impossible that we'd be this far.
I think so too, especially with like
every
this
single one. I've been like, we can do that.
Yeah, especially with like this. What's happened these last couple episodes? Like Robin and Chelsea, they were very behind. It would be like weird if we were also very behind with them. I don't think we would be. I think we would be okay. Last episode, Morgan and Alina got lost.
Oh yeah.
Just as long as we don't get lost
like literally, if that's the thing, I feel like a big thing for this cast has been navigation. That messes them up, and I think we said this a lot of times too. Like this cast, a lot of them are more on even playing field. That's why we're in top 6, and the leaderboard is so mixed up as it is. You know, so I feel like I don't know. Like this would have been a way more equitable cast for us. I don't know. We should have got casted, girl.
I see that.
It's okay. I'm gonna go on for us next year.
Who's getting on?
Pharaoh don't want to do it so bad, girl. I'm trying to win $1 million.
Scrape off. You got to remove some barnacles from under this pole. What is it called? It's like a pipe in the water.
Yeah.
2 circular pipes in the water. One of your team members got to scrape off one circle. You got to scrape off the other circle. Anyways, you're just scraping off some barnacles. Swap out is you have to take a buoy out into the water. You got to paddle out, and you have to find a marked buoy with the Amazing Race logo on it. And then you're going to have to lift up the buoy, take the morsels out, put it in your boat, and then swap out the marked buoy for the buoy that you got, and then take it back and then do it again. You have to do it twice. And it's a big ass long row of buoys that you got to search through. Bitch, I'm not doing that.
You know what?
No.
At all.
Unless the only way I would have done this is if we had like, there is no way. What the fuck?
Like I think it's definitely less strenuous. Like scrape off is way more tedious work and hard work. Like I'm probably gonna be exhausted after, but it's easier to do than this. This is a lot.
This is a lot. And then in the back of my mind, I would have been like, okay, we did a roadblock. We did a little random challenge, and then this is the detour, bitch. We're gonna be at the pit stop. So I'm okay with being a little tired. That's me though. So Greg and John choose swap out. So they're gonna go, and their reason was since we're the first ones here, it's gonna be easy for us to actually find stuff to swap out. So we can just go ahead and get that done. I love that for them. Wouldn't be me though. At the cave.
This is where Todd and Ashley start stressing me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea and Robin arrive, and we get a shot of Todd and Ashley. It don't look like they dinosaur was done at all. Dragon, whatever the fuck was complete. I was terrified. I said, "Oh no!"
I was like, "Why are they arguing?" And then Todd was like, "Can you go look at the example?" And Ashley was like, "Well, how about you go look at it?" And he was like, "Well, I'm the one putting it together, so how about you look at it?" And she was like, "But if you're putting it together, then you should look at it." And this is my thing. I agree with Ashley because if he's the one doing it, he needs to see it. But why is he the only one doing it? What are you doing? Because basically, I think Todd's point was, what are you going to do? If I'm putting it together and I'm getting
moral support, bitch, what you mean?
She's not being supportive. How about you go look at it? How about you get up and look at it? Like, what? At least be supportive. Oh, my God.
But they scared me. But it was an edit fake out because they went away and it came back and then they had got it completed. I said, ooh,
yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
I was
so Todd and Ashley finally finished. And I noticed Robin and Chelsea wasn't even down there by the time they finished. So I was like, okay, they're way farther behind than the editing is trying.
You know how the edit tries to do. They tried to make it seem like they're way closer to it gets like an actual race.
Meanwhile, Robin and Chelsea on the other side of the island.
And it gets me every
still
time.
Driving.
Girl, they got done when it was at the other cave. It just edited different.
Literally though. So boom, Corey and Rob make it to the detour. They choose swap out as well. The same thing as Greg and John. So Greg and John, they're in their kayak and they're kayaking out. My thing is, Lee, I can't even kayak, bitch. No, so we literally could not do
this. We wanted. And boy, I guess Greg and John do this shit for real.
They can do anything, bitch. They can do it all. They could probably watermelon through a straw.
They were moving through that kayak.
They was gone. They're good at a lot of stuff. It's weird. You know what Amazing Race shows me? It shows me what type of those type of people who they're just good at everything. And they're those girls. That's what Greg and John are. And I feel like Amazing Race really shows you who are the girls who are just good at
like Rob and Corey. I like Rob and Corey.
Like Rob and Corey. Why are you good at everything? I felt that way about kind of like DX. Because you remember there was some stuff that DX intentionally did because Claire was like, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I was like, DX could just do anything. Like if Claire couldn't do it, DX just did it. And it's like, why are you good at everything?
That was also a team that really did not struggle at all. Like I feel like we never see like specifically with Rob and Corey too. Like I feel like we saw Greg and John have their little issues, but like the other time we didn't see no issues with Rob and Corey at all.
Yeah, at all until right now. So Greg and John, they swapping out their buoy, they get their first one done or whatever. And when they do that, Corey and Rob are pulling up. And so Greg and John are going out to do their second buoy, and Corey and Rob are going out to do their first one. And we see Corey and Rob don't have a buoy with them. So I'm like, these niggas didn't read the motherfucking rules. They didn't read the rules at
These
all.
men.
What I call them niggas. My bad. These men did not read the rules at all, because why are you leaving without a buoy? I was very confused. And I was like, this could fuck them up because baby, it's too well, it couldn't fuck them up because Robin and Chelsea just now got to the
they wouldn't go get fucked up too bad. But still, it's like, ooh,
but I was like, dang,
really
what's going on? Like
you
missed you just didn't read it. It seemed like they didn't read it, because even if you forgot that you had to take the morsels, how did you forget that you needed to take a buoy to repair? That was the whole point of the task. What did you think you was going to go out there and do?
Did they not look at Greg and John and saw that Greg and John had a thing?
I saw that too. I was like, it was weird. It was like they were not thinking right here. Maybe they were too much in the lead. Like they were in second place. They had the express pass. Maybe they was like, oh, we eating this up. But it's like, So they get out there and they find them what the fuck is it called? They find them a buoy, and instead of pulling up the morsels, they just let the rope fall. They grab the buoy, and then they go back to the desk, and they get a check, and the lady's like, "You did this wrong." That's literally. She said, "No, this is wrong. You did this wrong." So they reread the letter, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't do this right at all."
At all.
So they decide. Oh, pause. Annalie and Steve get to scrape off. So they choose they detour. They choose scrape off. So they scraping the shit off while all this is happening. So boom. Rob and Corey decide to find their rope that they fell off of in the middle of the ocean instead of go to the next movie. I was like, do they have to do this, or are they choosing to do this? Because if it was me, I would have said, fuck that rope. Let's just go get another one. But it seemed like I don't know. The decision was so weird. I was like, maybe they have to.
No, it was definitely a them decision. I think it's like
so weird.
In the moment, and I understand this. It's like when you commit to a roadblock, you want to just see if you can probably not roadblock detour. You want to see if you can like get it done before switching. I feel like I would have that same mindset, because you don't want to imagine you switching the next one is hard. It's fuck. I've seen it happen, but a lot of times, like that's another thing I've really saw that's common from watching older seasons. People switch detours all the time. And like I've seen multiple people do it in an episode, like that's definitely something that a lot of people do. They just kind of like, okay, well, let's go ahead to the next one. I know Louisa Michelle was not scared to do that. Louisa Michelle was switch. I feel like you do it sometimes. You really do. It's it's a time frame. You have to do it before it gets too deep in it. I think a good rule is like 30, 40 minutes. If we're like 30, 40 minutes.
That's
and
what
we haven't made
any
progress. It's about progress too. Like there are certain things where like you have to collect two things. If we were here for 30 minutes and we didn't collect shit, it's time to go. Because
30 minutes.
What? But that's the thing. Let's say you're at a detour and it's collecting. Like I've seen this before, where it's like a needle haystack situation, and you have to in this big large field, and you have to find these two flags. Versus the other one is you have to remember the languages. Like that is where you're in a rock and a hard place, because it's like, ooh, you might as well just stick with the needle in the haystack. Well, we probably should just stick with the needle in the haystack. Because if we swapped, it would have been still over. So I don't know, it's hard. But this one, I mean, hearing the description, well, you don't really know the detail, but like, I mean, hey, scrape off seems easy.
It does. It sounds easy, honestly. Excuse me. So Corey and Rob, they trying to find the one they lost. They find out they can't do it. They can't find it. So they're like, we're just gonna switch detours or whatever. As they're switching, Joel and Garrett done pulled up. So Joel and Garrett are here. Greg and John are finishing up, and Steven and Louie are doing scrape off. And Corey and Rob are just now deciding that they need to go ahead and switch. So it's like, ooh, bitch, you done lost your. Well, they wasn't in the lead, but they was in second, and they done lost it. So they're going to go ahead and switch. So as they switch, Greg and John finish off. And when Greg and John finish off, the next place is what? The pit stop? Just like that. Just like that.
Ate that up. They wasn't in the lead this entire time. Like, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think they're, and I saw this for Greg and John. But especially like once you like get into your groove, like what I've noticed, like it's really up from there. Like the fact that they're getting 4 consecutive number ones, it's hard to imagine they just won't win, especially knowing the last one is in the US.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. We're gonna see. I don't see
like
honestly,
the hardest thing for Greg and John has been the navigation. And I mean there shouldn't be any navigation. And that's the thing, they fixed that issue. I think that was their main issue. And they fixed it, and they've been getting number 1 since. So, I mean, like I said, I really think their main competition is Rob and Corey, because I can see Rob and Corey kind of giving that one last little extra push.
Yeah.
I can even see a Stephen and Lee sneaking in there. Who knows?
I was like, honestly, Corey and Rob, Stephen and Lee, and Greg and John. That would be the most interesting final 3 for me, because I would feel like, honestly, any of them could win. Any of them could really win. So, boom. As Corey and Rob switch, Stephen and Lee are getting done with Scrape Officer. They're headed towards the pit stop. And Joel and Garrett are getting done with the swap out. So they're headed to this pit stop. So Bitches is done. Todd and Ashley and Robin and Chelsea are nowhere to be found. We switched to Todd and Ashley. They're in the car for damn near the entire time that all these teams. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Can y'all get to the destination? I was like, very.
It's bad. Robin and Chelsea had just barely completed the goddamn dragon. And that's why I feel like Todd and Ashley had to have been there, because ain't no way they was driving the entire time. I feel like this was edited.
They kept showing them driving. I'm like, why are they
like that shit was driving? Scaring me. Like
they were,
and they wouldn't explicitly say they were lost. So I don't think they were lost. I think they just trying to make it seem like they closer than what they actually are. They are not that close.
Because they showed Todd and Ashley driving and Robin and Chelsea driving at the same time. But I'm like, is that true? Or was Todd and Ashley already there when Robin and Chelsea got done? But hey, we moved. So people started arriving. Greg and John get first, of course. Joel and Gary get second, of course. And they beat Steve and Anna Lee driving there, because Steve and Anna Lee was looking for directions. And Joel and Gary said, we just gonna drive. So Steve and Anna Lee actually technically got done with all their tasks second. Steve and Anna Lee really ate it up. Like, honestly, I can see Steve and Anna Lee winning the game. I'm sorry, because they just eat every damn time. So anyway, the bitches get there. Bitches get done. Stephen and Lee is done. Corey and Rob is done. They all check in. They all made it to the pit stop. All of this is Todd and Ashley and Rob and Chelsea. And Todd and Ashley, they get to the detour, and they still fucking up at the detour. That's what was killing me. Todd and Ashley fucked up at the roadblock. They fucked up at the dragon. And at the detour, they couldn't find the ropes. I'm like, what you mean you can't find the ropes to the task?
And then like it says on the platform, they go to a random platform in the middle.
Like, what? They're trying to pick up the actual fucking
girl. I heard Ashley say one time, let's just switch. I said, I got screamed. So scared. I audibly screamed. I said, no, please, no.
All you gotta do is find the ropes. When she said, let's switch, I was like, you're never gonna find those buoys. They would have lost. Well, maybe.
Oh my God. I was scared. Oh, I was scared. But they didn't, honestly, do it.
They finished, and they were finished and gone before Robbie and Chelsea even pulled up. That's my thing is,
like, sometimes we're definitely not as close as they made it seem.
I was like, Phil could have met them there. Don't embarrass Andrew and Milena like that, but not embarrass everybody. You could have met them right here at the detour.
That's what I thought too. No, and then they go. Robert and Chelsea finally get done. They up here enjoying their time. They dive.
Let's take a swim.
They got Phil out there late this fucking night, girl. Like,
it's dark. They wasn't even wet. It's funny because they took a swim, and then when they got to field, they wasn't wet no more. So I know it took a while. They was chilling. They was like, let's go get something to eat.
I was joking about that with my mom. I was like, Mama, I'm gonna sign up for a amazing race. She was like, what? I was like, we get a free trip. She was like, oh, okay, then we can just get our own ticket home. It was like, look, we go. Let's say the first location is Rome. We go home in Rome. Bitch, we're staying in Rome. We're gonna enjoy our vacation. We'll find our own way back home. It's cool. That's how it be.
That's sick. I fuck with it though. Y'all better get on. You and your mom. That'll be a great team.
Shut up.
Honestly,
you don't want to do with me so bad. We're gonna go on and we're gonna be Team Purple and we're gonna win.
Thank y'all.
I see you now. Hashtag the Reality Kings.
I'm not going to be on that show with you.
Yeah, I see the visual.
Baby, I will play Survivor before I play that.
I've been rewatching season 1. Season 1 is so urban.
That's the
So it's
one where the
like
producers was fucking up too.
girl, the producers is messing up. They have to give them time credits because the producers is doing wrong. And like it's the origin of like explaining what a detour and a roadblock is. Girl, the contestants is helping each other on the roadblocks, bitch. They're not
They don't
sure
know what's
which
going
person
on.
is supposed to do the detours and shit. It's so crazy. It came a
That's
long way.
kind of cute though. Actually.
It is. I like seeing it from like the origin, the genesis.
Period. The Genesis. Boom. All right, y'all. We'll be back next week. Tune in.
Yeah, girl, we're only covering 2 shows now.
Yeah, this and Survivor and Reindeer Games.
Reindeer Games coming December 11th.
Every time I hear the name of it, what the fuck is Reindeer Games?
You don't want to play any reindeer games?
No.
All of the other reindeer used to let me call him names. They wouldn't let poor Rudolph play any reindeer game.